I'm Bob Colton. We're continuing our conversations in Charlotte Public Schools, and Kennedy Balashis, a student here in Charlotte, is joining us, and Kim Caudell, of course, again, and we're surrounded by blankets. So tell me a little bit about what you're doing.
I collect blankets for the homeless, for domestic violence shelters like Siren. We took them to Siren the other day, and they really enjoyed them.
And so, how did you get the idea to do this, Kennedy?
We did something for Disney. They had something going on for foster kids, and we made blankets for them. We cut them up and we put like decorations on them, and I decided to make a donation to the homeless.
And these are wonderful blankets.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And so Kim, tell us a little bit about the program and what you do in the effort here.
Well, at the Q, one of my main objectives is all our 4th and 5th graders know that they have some power outside of the school, and helping others and giving of themselves is one of the things that I'd really like kids to go away with. That they do, even at their young age, they can help other people. And we did a very big food drive during the month of December, and Kennedy's one of those kids, though, that always has an idea about how to help somebody else. She's always coming to me with an idea or a proposal, and I want to do this. And so I always tell her, go talk to your teacher, see what your teacher feels about this. And Mrs. Marchand said, let's do it as a project right before the holidays. And she came up with the idea and spearheaded the idea for her classroom, and then her classroom mates all helped her.
Well, so, Kennedy, that's great. Congratulations. Mm-hmm. And I see that you have several goals here for your blanket drive, so it's not just something you do, you really have some goals to achieve, don't you?
Yeah, a lot. Like, my brother, he was inspired by me. He wants to start with pets and make beds and collect food for them and give them away. So I've really inspired a lot of people.
And so what was your inspiration for this? How did you get the idea? How did you think it through?
I don't really know, but I think I just started wanting to give back to people of how much they've given me, to just give back to them.
Yeah. And so how have others responded to this blanket effort?
Surprised that I've started it, and my class, they were just like, wow, like you should probably achieve your goal and complete what you're doing, and are proud of it.
Yeah. And so, Kim, what does the school do to support a young student who is brilliant like Kennedy, who comes up with these ideas?
Well, one of the things I always asked Kennedy is, make sure it is something that she can accomplish, and it's a great example for other kids. I think you had 110 blankets, right? Mm-hmm. So she came up with 110 blankets, and Kennedy also has the goal that she wants to show other kids that they can do something too, even though they're 11 years old, 10 years old, that they can achieve something and help other people out. And I think that's part of her goal too, is, if I can do it, you can do it too. So.
And so, Kennedy, have you gotten a lot of excitement from other students?
Yeah, a lot. A lot of people, they bring in a ton of blankets. We've had somebody bring in almost 11 blankets at a time. They love helping. It just cheers me up because I get all the stuff that I needed, and I want to give back to the people.
Yeah, and there's a big need for this, isn't there?
Yes, a lot. And like at Siren, they needed a lot of blankets. Like on their want list, they needed blankets. They needed a lot more stuff, and we kind of provided it for them.
Yeah. So, how's it going? I mean, it seems to be successful so far. So far, so good?
Yeah. We collected, like Kim said, she said that we collected over 110 blankets, and we have a thing called hygiene kits, and they have like toothbrushes, combs, and hand sanitizer and Band-Aids and stuff in them, and we give that out with the blankets too.
Yeah, so that's great. It's more than just blankets. You can do a lot, and there really is a need. How have people responded, do you know, who have actually benefited from the blankets?
I don't really know, but like we got to give some to the homeless because they wanted us to hand them to them so they could like see who gave it to them, and they were really surprised of how people would do this for them.
Yeah. And so as you're doing this, the response from the people who benefit this seems to be pretty good. Is this something that you think you'll continue doing
Yeah.
in the future?
Yeah, a lot more in the future. Like towards I get older, I think I could inspire a lot more kids.
Yeah. And Kim, how do you get lucky to have a student like Kennedy?
You know, there's some parents involved.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Kennedy, I think, also has something she wants to say about. She has her own Facebook page.
She does.
That kind of has a name to it. That she wants to see if she can reach out to not just maybe the Q kids, but to other kids by making a Facebook page and putting this idea out here and kind of inspire other people that you do have a voice. You can help other students by just taking a small idea and asking other students to help you, and then maybe the idea will catch on, and she keeps paying it forward. So
you invite people to go to your Facebook page.
Yes.
you want to tell them what it's called?
Yeah.
My Facebook page is called Firework Events, and we have events posted. We post mostly every week to tell you what's happening during these events and what we're at on our schedules, and how when we take them and when we start collecting more and stuff, and we just bring more in with
Yeah.
it.
And there actually, that social media, Facebook, probably generates some interest, but you could always use a few more friends, right, helping you out?
Yeah, a lot more.
Yeah, a lot more friends. And so how big can this possibly be? I mean, you're way above your goal already. You've doubled it, more than doubled it.
Yeah, our teacher wanted to start with 50 because it was just in the classroom, and then we started getting it from the public, and people from my parents' work started bringing stuff to us. My grandparents, my aunt and uncle, our friends, and it just started progressing from the public.
Yeah. And so, Kim, as you, how do you actually encourage this with other students? Because it's a great example of actually doing something, isn't it?
I think I don't have to do a whole lot. I
Yeah.
have Kennedy to do that. Kennedy kind of put the idea out there, and then kids want to know, like, how many do we have now? Even kids who aren't in her classroom are always checking the posters to see how many blankets they have. It's just a really good example of what kids can do she saw a problem, she saw a solution, and by putting the word out there, she was able to get some responses and fill a need that was out there, and kids can do that.
Yeah.
And so she's kind of like my poster child of, here's what you can do if you put your mind towards a good project, you will see results.
So, Kennedy, you've kind of created an army of people who are helping you out on this, right?
Yeah, it's very helpful because we have a lot of blankets to tally and keep track of, and it's a lot of work.
Yeah, so not only do you have to promote it and get people involved, but the distribution of it, I mean, it's a lot of work and a lot of process.
Yeah, a lot. And it takes a lot of time, and you have to be considerate to give your time to what you want to do.
Okay.
And to give back to those people too.
So, Kennedy, what are you asking people to do? How can they help you? How can they contribute? What can they actually do?
You can start collecting the blankets. You can start making a poster like I did, and you can just ask people if they could bring in some. Ask them to like your Facebook page, and you'll probably get a lot of stuff.
Yeah. And do people make the blankets, or they buy the blankets, or do they have them and donate?
We take any kind, but like we have people from my mom's work. They've made theirs and they tied them and everything. And then we have some that are bought We have some that are used and are clean and everything. So like any kind we could take.
Yeah. And the good news is it's kind of cold out there, so blankets are a perfect solution to the cold, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah. And so Kim, as you look around and you see a student like Kennedy do something like this and you encourage young people to get involved, what do you think they're really learning in this whole process?
Besides the counting of all the blankets, right, for my aunt, and probably more that they do have power. You know, at 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, you wonder, I don't know, Kennedy is, but I hear kids say, well, I wish I could. Well, I wish I could. They can. They just have to figure out a way and have come up with a plan and get the idea out there, and people will help them out. So it's the idea that they do have, all I can think of is power, but they do have a say. They can make a difference. They just have to ask a lot of questions, come up with a good plan, and rally the troops and say, let's do this.
I still wonder, this is such a great idea. It just happened one day for you that you said, this is what I need to do.
Yeah, it just, like, it came along. I wanted to help people, and, like, I've always wanted to help people. I've always wanted to give back, and I actually kind of got to do it.
Yeah, well, this is great, and congratulations for doing that. What's next?
I don't know right now, but I think we're going to start collecting stuff for hygiene kits and do those too and collect more blankets.
Yeah, and so the hygiene kits would really require you to bring a lot of pieces together. That's more than just one blanket.
Yes, and we have to sew. We sew washcloths together and make pockets, and we sew ribbon onto them. We do a lot for these hygiene kits, and we have to collect all this stuff. We have to get all this stuff, and we have to put it in there and tie it all up and then take it to them.
What's been the reaction to your fellow classmates and young people in school?
Surprised, and they want to help me to achieve my goal, and they want to start doing it themselves and start their own.
Yeah, well, that's great. You've inspired other young people, but they can help easily right now by contributing a blanket
Yeah.
to the program. You're far from done. You have it's a long, cold winter probably out there. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think I said our next goal on our Facebook page is almost 200 to 300 blankets.
That's pretty ambitious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can't just wait for people to come to you. You have to ask them. Have you thought about going out and asking for more contributions directly from people?
Yeah, I have. I've had done that to some of our family members, some of our friends and family, and just asked them and see if they had any while we were gone, or while we didn't see them for a while, and see if they collected any.
Yeah. And Kim, for someone who leads a school, it must be extremely rewarding to have young people like Kennedy
It is.
involved.
It very much is, because, I can just see her future, and that's what I think of Kennedy. I mean, we will see her in other ways out there spearheading something out there, but she already has the talent of rallying people together, which is a talent in themselves, motivating other students to get a job done. They see a need, they fill the need, and so she's well on her way of becoming a very talented leader.
Anything else you want to say or want people to know, Kennedy?
That we could really use those blankets and give them out to kids and families, and we're looking for some for babies, so we could give baby stuff to give to the babies, and maybe toys or something to give out to the kids and families.
Well, great. Well, congratulations on everything you've accomplished so far, Kennedy and Kim. Thank you for being here and joining in this conversation. This blanket drive is successful so far. I know you'll be better. And where do they go to on Facebook again?
Fireworks events.
Fireworks events. Well, thanks a lot, and we appreciate the chance to talk. I'm Bob Colt, and we'll continue our conversations in Charlotte Public Schools.